who just made a fantastic play on it, Gutierrez. So North Broward's really seeing the pitches of Kleintop right now.
We got maybe 4 people to follow along in the everybody clap your hands.
I've seen worse.
It's the most satisfying feeling in the world when people play along. Now there's a runner on first and second, and Ogozali takes his first strike, 0-1, still only 1 out. Ogozali batting 148, but 6 RBIs. He's really been the master of the sacrifice fly for North Broward.
That's what Brian Campbell's looking for, the manager of North Broward Prep, is those who can hit in situations. Situational hitting is what wins you games in high school.
Curveball, soft tossed into the box, 0-2. Remember, it's not about where the ball finds the catcher's mitt, it's about where the ball crosses the plate. So that was indeed a strike, even though it finished low.
Kleintop's working really, really quickly now, Sam.
Very quickly. Decides against the 0-2 to attempt to pick off, but makes no throw. For the folks at home, and also for me, which is a veiled attempt because I can't remember, what's the difference between just stepping off the mound and a balk?
Well, a balk, in terms of when he's going back to second base, it's all depending on which leg he steps off with.
Ogozali steps off and hits one foul, a chopper down the first base line.
Now, Kleintop is a lefty, which means that his back foot is his left foot. As long as he steps off with that back foot, he is good to go, and he becomes a fielder instead of a pitcher. Once he lifts his right foot, he still has one more option to go back to second base if there is a runner on second base. If there's not, then that becomes a balk. But once he lifts up, then he begins to move forward with his right leg, then he's got to deliver the ball.
Looks at the runner and delivers. Ogozali slices one into right center. That's going to drop. And he's going to hold the runner. We've got bases loaded for Chase McBean.
Stepping into the box, number 2, Chase McBean.
Now there are bases loaded, and Kleintop's going to find himself in a little bit of trouble. Umpire very fastidious in his plate.
Ooh.
That's an SAT word right there.
McBean's been really, really good so far at the plate tonight. The sophomore's been a bit of a revelation. 360 batting average, team leading, 9 RBIs, and he's got a great chance to add to that total here.
Looks at the runner and fires. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 now, still 1 out, and the bases are loaded. When you're a pitcher, what's going through your head when you've got 1 out and so many potential runs on the base pass? As McBean hits one high, the runners are going to tag. Left center field, gets under it. Clyde's coming home, or I'm sorry, I believe that's Jacob Gordon. Or I could be wrong, and it's Ty Marsh. The point is he still scores, and now Raul Kennard is going to step up to the plate.
No penny. Number 12, Raul Kennard.
So Kennard's got a big opportunity to help himself. But going back to what you were saying about what's going through the pitcher's mind, it is really early, Sam, only in the first inning. So a Kleintop just has to focus on is pounding the strike zone, letting people put the ball in play with soft hits instead of getting the meat of the ball like they have so far, and just settle down and pitch his game.
Getting the meat of it, that's a pop-up to the second baseman, gets under it, works, and it's an ice cream cone catch. Maintains possession, and that's the end of the first inning. That was impressive, working with the wind. And we'll be right back with the second inning here on Brainwash Sports, Twitch TV. Welcome back to the top of the second inning here at the North Broward Preparatory School in Coconut Creek, Florida. North Broward got themselves on the board with a sacrifice fly, 1-0 now, as Jack Ronan will step up for the Boca Raton Bobcats. He is batting .333 second on the Bobcats roster as Kennard kicks and fires a breaking ball a little too inside, has to skip away.
Not very often, Sam, that you see a right fielder in the cleanup spot like Ronan is tonight.
Well, the precedent's really set in Little League as Ronan swings and whiffs. The precedent is really set in Little League in that the worst hitter on the team usually is in right field. I was in right field a lot in Little League.
I played shortstop mostly, Sam. Had a big arm. That was back when the field was smaller, though.
Makes sense. I was actually a big hitter. I just never made contact with it. Believe it or not, I was a power hitter.
I can believe that. How tall are you, Sam?
6'2". It's not about the muscle, it's about the torque you get. I was hitting balls 250 feet back when I was in Little League.
I was not. I was a singles hitter, Sam. I was crafty when I hit. Had a good eye, took a lot of walks.
Ronan's going to hit one just a little bit foul. Impressive distance, but it's not going to do any good when it's, well, foul. 2-2 is the count now.
That got almost all the way down the line, though. 325 to the corners here, 360 into the gaps here at the new North Broward baseball field, and that one probably went over 300.
One of the bigger high school baseball fields that I've ever seen. Our old field was affectionately known as Home Run Alley for its short fences. I guess a little bit of an overreaction by North Broward in designing the new dimensions. Kennard deals, and it's fouled off right into the screen behind home plate. I liked Home Run Alley personally. Well, the dimensions anyway. I'm kind of glad we have the new field.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a little bit much, Sam, as much fun as it was. Now we get inside the park home runs.
Here's the pitch. And he's got a golf swing right over to the shortstop. Edwards fires to first, and he's going to get him in time. That cannon of an arm belonging to Edwards made all the difference in that scenario.
Now batting number 8, Austin Dilbert.
When you see Edwards fielding over at shortstop, he just has all the fundamentals that you love as a baseball fan. He comes around the ball, finishes through it. Absolutely fantastic work from Edwards.
And that's why Edwards is going to Vanderbilt, I believe.
Baseball factory there.
Kennard deals, looks for the bunt, placed down the third base line, fires it over to first, and he's out by 3 steps.
Now batting number 22, Andrew Capeller.
Now Capeller's going to step up. He's in left field tonight for the Bobcats.
Another weapon on the base path, Sam. Number that sticks out to me. He's got 3 stolen bases on the base path this year.
And a 263 batting average. Looking to improve, finds that one high though. 1-0. So there's 2 outs already. Just notice that Ogozali in the hot corner is Kennard deals, and that one's hit foul. Ogozali's got the Yoenis Cespedes neon green armband going.
Can see that miles away, Sam.
The influence of the New York Mets rally parakeet finding its way all the way to the North Broward baseball field.
He'd be wise to wear that the North Broward baseball trip at Disney World should it ever happen. They'd be able to spot him instantly.
I guess it's useful if his car ever breaks down on the side of the road. I have to imagine it's reflective. Be able to change a tire without worry.
Cespedes has changed it up, though, from time to time based on the holiday. He's got the 4th of July one.
That's arc to right field, and Snyder's under it. 2 innings down for old Kennard. We'll be right back with the bottom of the second. Welcome back to North Broward Prep. Jared Hellman leading off for North Broward. He's batting .231 this year. Wearing number 22, Aaron Kleintop struggled a little bit in his first inning on the mound. We'll see if he makes any improvements now. Gets Hellman to swing at the first pitch, 0-1, so it's entirely possible he might. Of course, it's a little early to make that call. Kleintop sets up. And Hellman, I thought it was fair. It looks like it was hit a little bit in front of the plate, so that's going to be a foul ball declared.
Actually, it looked like it hit off of his foot after Hellman walked away grimacing and holding that left leg of his. Hopefully, he's all right. He does appear to be. He's getting right back into the batter's box.
Remember, in baseball, the batter is not fair territory.
It's
not territory, he's the batter.
Baseball is also the only sport, I do believe, where the defense put the balls in play.
Ball is thrown high, 1-2. I think you're correct, because I can't think of any other example.
No, I believe that one could argue that in football, on the kickoff, the team that kicks off will become defense.
Runs it out. That's going to go a little bit foul, though. Hellman's showing nice hustle regardless. 1-2, that's the kind of thing you look for as a coach.
That's Brian Campbell coaching right there. Tried and true.
Pure, unfiltered Brian Campbell coaching. Grit, determination, and hustle.
By the way, if you're just joining us, update on the Brainwash Sports Twitch TV trivia question that Sam asked at the bottom of the first inning. Christy Mathewson, the ace of the New York Giants in the 1920s, called what his screwball?
Well, that's not a screwball, but it is an off-speed pitch that fools Hellman and brings up Zeke Parrots.
Number 44, Zeke Parrots.
Wasting little time getting into the batter's box. He's anxious to get things rolling.
Well, Peretz needs to make a good impression here. Not always is he in the starting lineup. He's the new man in with Goberville out. So Peretz looking to make a splash here, something that can impress Brian Campbell, get him some more innings in the future.
Pitch is high, 1-1 now. Zeke Parrott looking to be the, I believe the correct term would be the Kenny Lofton of this North Broward squad, able to do whatever he needs to at the call of Coach Campbell. As that one goes low, strike two.
Well, I was actually going down the road of Lou Gehrig. You know, he gets the start after Wally Pipp gets benched. What goes on to become one of the greatest players ever.
Most expensive headache in the world as Parrots hits one that's a headache for Boca's fielders. Tries the backhand discus throw, but it's not in time. Still impressive that he hit the mark, though. Parrots is safe on first, bringing up Dustin Snyder.
No batting. Number 4, Dustin Snyder.
Although actually, Sam, if memory serves, that was not a headache at all that Wally Pipp had. It was just simply a good old-fashioned benching. New York knew that Lou Gehrig was the prospect who they wanted to look at. Pipp wasn't performing well, and so that's why Gehrig got the start that day. Baseball's most perpetuated myths.
That's the funny thing about baseball history. That old